What do you want to be when you grow up? It's a question we often assume is simple, but it rarely is. Many adults are still trying to figure it out. With endless paths and opportunities ahead, how do young people make a choice without spending precious time and resources, only to discover that the reality doesn't match their expectations? That process can be a costly trial and error journey, often taken alone, without mentors, without guidance, and without a roadmap tailored to their dreams. And how do these students even know what's possible when they don't have generational insights passed down through established family connections? Especially since the majority of our families come from immigrant and refugee communities, they may not have had those longstanding professional networks to tap into. In Highline, families speak more than 100 languages at home. And in Tukwila, our students and families represent over 80 languages. That richness of language and culture is a strength, but it also shows why we must be intentional about bridging knowledge gaps and expanding access to career pathways. What makes this program so special is that it offers just that, a safe place to explore, to bypass the costly and time-consuming risk of exploring life. It connects our students to a network of mentors, gives them visibility, and helps them get a head start. 20 years ago, I was in their seat. Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Samantha Lay, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the president and CEO for the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce and executive director of the Success Foundation. This year, I was honored to be named one of Washington State's 40 under 40, an award that recognizes top leaders making an impact in our state. And as a Vietnamese American refugee, I know firsthand the power of opportunity, mentorship, and community support in shaping a young person's future. I stand before you today as living proof that accelerator programs like ours, the Workforce Discovery Lab, and for me, the College Success Foundation, works. And I am proud to be able to pay those efforts forward. We are intentional about every aspect of this program, from the outreach, to the week's design, to continuous mentoring after today, because we know what's at stake and how life-changing this can be. This year, 261 students applied for the Workforce Discovery Lab, and these amazing students were the 30 that were selected. Let's give them a round of applause. It was such a competitive process that shows just how much demand there are for programs like this. Our students want these opportunities. They are eager to explore careers, gain hands-on experience, and connect with mentors that can help guide their journey. And just as important, our partners want this too. They want to connect with the next generation of talent, to share their knowledge, and to help shape the future of workforce. Tonight is proof of what's possible when driven students meet engaged community and industry leaders. 4 years ago, this program kicked off with just 7 students. We've had a lot of growth since then, but still a lot more work to do. And before we begin the presentation of learning, and introduce our next speakers, I want to recognize and thank the incredible partners and sponsors who helped make this program possible. It is a very long list, so please bear with me. the city of SeaTac, the city of Burien, the city of Tukwila, the city of Normandy Park, the city of Des Moines, Highland Public Schools, Highland College, Port Jobs, Doubletree Suites by Hilton SeaTac, GISA Credit Union, BECU, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, St. Anne's Hospital, the Museum of Flight, Westfield South Center, Mall, Colinex, Second Love Coffee Roasters, Tuda Bella, the U.S. Army, the Port of Seattle, Crane Photography, Home Street Bank, Fast Signs, and South King Media. And today, we received a donation from Coca-Cola. Thank you. To each of you, thank you so much for opening your doors and sharing your expertise and showing our students what the possibilities ahead. Your investments into their futures is an investment into the future of our entire community. I also want to acknowledge our workshop hosts and panelists. If you hosted a workshop or spoke to our students this week, will you please stand so we can acknowledge you? And now I would like to invite our community leaders to come and share a few words to our graduates.
Thank you, Sammy. Well, this is quite a privilege for me and an honor, really. I said earlier I was going to come to this event anyway. I wasn't exactly sure the range of people that we were going to be honoring, but when I found out that it was high school students, I was really jazzed. I feel like the future that's in front of you is absolutely incredible, and I'm so inspired and impressed that you would do something like this in the middle of your summer, that this was important to you. So what I would want to say, while I was thinking about, I'm hoping what you guys can do is grab something really significant from this week and write it down and remember it as an inspiration for you for the rest of your life, no matter what you decide to do. And even if you change your mind like 7 times, because that's what I've done. I feel like I've had like 6 or 7 different careers, and it's been a great life and fun. And I feel like you can have that opportunity too. I have a young friend who was only in his early 20s and passed away last year. And it was interesting, he had decided at different times, starting at about the age of 15, to write down little thoughts and incidents and things that he thought deeply about. And his family has gathered all of these little things that he wrote down, and they send these his name is Austin, they send Austin's journal thoughts to a whole bunch of us, like about every few weeks, every month or so. I get this little inspiring note in my text from Austin, who's now in heaven, right? But this kid decided to write these deep thoughts, and I'm inspired by this young person's thoughts. And I wish I would have done the same thing. I feel like I could have inspired myself, you know, so I'm encouraging you so that you can look back when you're in your 60s and be inspired by the things you knew were the truth at this age. You guys think deep. I know you do. You sit around late at night and talk with each other and share philosophical thoughts and deep thoughts about your life and relationships and God and whatever. And write those things down and let those things inspire you for the rest of your life. You're going to go far. You're going to go far. Young people who decide to do something like this in the middle of the summer, you're going to go far. Thank you so much for inviting me here today.
Next, I would like to invite from the city of Tukwila, Mayor McCleod.
I am thrilled to be here and to just share this little space with you in just a few words. There was a time I was your age, working a summer job, and I remember at that time in my life, someone told me, it isn't what you know, it's who you know. Speaking to the value of building relationships as you work through your career. I've left jobs and returned to those jobs because I left on the right, under the right conditions. So as you go forward, build relationships. And if there's one other thing that I can encourage you in, never accept no. You'll get doors shut in front of you. People will tell you you can't do it. Don't believe them. Always believe in yourself because you are the power to your dream.
Next, I would love to introduce our next mayor from the city of SeaTac, Mayor Egal.
My name is Mohamed Egal. I'm the mayor of city of SeaTac. I'm sorry that I was a little bit late because I went to Highland Community College. Highland, then I didn't see the high school, but but that's part of life. Sometimes that you make mistake, but you have to be honest and you have to tell the truth. And then people, 99% will actually forgive you. So as the mayor, Tom said that one time I was young. I am also being young one time. I didn't have the opportunity that you guys have. You are American, you're born here, you have your parents, you have governments and people and organizations that care you. You have people who will mentor you. I didn't have most of those things, actually. I have to struggle, actually. I have to eat one time a day, sometime in my high school. But when I came here, I started a family. My children are older than you, and they are doing very well because I always tell them this. You need to get up in the morning and go to school. You have to have a purpose in life. What are you good at? What makes you happy? Each one of you, well, I can see some engineers, I can see some lawyers, I can see some of you doctors. So what you are good at, and put your energy. And yes, if you don't know how to get there, there's someone that is friends or neighbors or politicians like me that you can reach. People like you, students like you reach me. Actually, one reached me yesterday, and she invited me events tomorrow, and she's passionate public policy. So you have to have a suite of questions, and you have to dedicate to your ambition or your goals in life. And I can tell you that you will surely reach out what you want to be. And yeah, and I wish you well. And always you can reach me. I know some of you live city of SeaTac, but Tukwila, SeaTac, Burien, we are a small community, and we love you. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Next, I want to introduce Lorraine from the city of Burien to share a few words.
I just want to say thank you. This has been such an honor and a privilege. We just came from a panel, some of my colleagues, Chris and Joe, to talk to your student about careers in public service. We only spent an hour and a half with them. And I can tell you that you are all so bright, so full of promise, so dedicated and passionate, that you all are so lucky because you get to spend more time with them. And I cannot wait to see what you do. I was going to come and say, as far as some tips that I've kind of learned along the way, which is to take risks. You've already done that. You applied for this program not knowing what it might be about. You were selected. And I think that's something to be so incredibly proud about. As we mentioned before in the last panel, is to be your authentic self, right? You are your own unique person. You're going to have a variety of life experiences, learn lessons from each other, and don't be afraid to show up. Also, too, as far as take initiative, as Mayor McCleod mentioned, it is about who you know. It's about finding those mentors, not being afraid to ask for help or being curious and reaching out, taking that step. And don't be afraid of rejection. We've all encountered rejection, and one of the earliest pieces of advice that I received was the more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes. So please don't be afraid to, I know, right? And the thing is that you tried the first time and you are here. So I think that's a testament of your, determination. And I can't wait to see what you all do. And again, it has been such an honor and a blessing, to be able to be part of this experience with you. So thank you.
And now for the moment that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of learning and award of certificates and stipends. Our first student, Abdi.
Okay. Okay. First off, I just wanted to thank and shout out the Seattle Southside Commerce, as well as the Seattle Chamber. Truly, what I wanted to say was the fact that I learned so much, and if I could just take one thing with me home, it's the fact that Port of Jobs, and there's so many opportunities out there for students, and most of them don't take advantage. But as you can see here, all of them decided that they want to step up to what they know, step up and learn. And if I had to just say what inspired me, it was when we went to the Museum of Flight. I plan on being a pilot in the future, and I seen that there were people there like Cecilia Diaz, and she helped me out so much, emailing me, showing me programs that helped me get flight credits and pay for my tuition. Coming from a low income household, I just wanted to shout that out so much.
Our next student, Abhem.
My name is Abhem, and I'm incoming sophomore and at Tentro's Academy. Visiting the hospital was inspiring to me because I want to be a surgeon when I grow up, and it was my favorite part of the program. The most profound thing I learned was to look for new opportunities and to not be shy to ask questions, and also to have mentors. Thank you.
Our next student, Alex.
Hi, my name is Alex Nunez. I'm a rising senior at Highland High School, and I wrote this. So, my inspiration for the week was listening to everyone's lives and stories. It was great to take a step back and really listen to the journeys everyone went through. I feel like it gave me a sense of wonder and appreciation for the people we may not see, but are definitely doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and for the communities and the economy. And listening to my peers, this is another thing that inspired me, listening to all my peers and what they want to do and what inspires them throughout their lives and what plans they have for the future and what motivates them. So my biggest takeaway from this week was that career paths change a lot and it's okay to restart. Most people we talked to during a workshop did not know what they would do, what they're doing at the moment. So I guess it's okay to restart and, take new chances and opportunities. So thank you guys.
And next we have Amira.
Hi everyone, my name is Amira. I'm a rising junior at Highland High School, and something that inspired and empowered me through this week at Workforce Discovery Lab was seeing the successful people in their various fields, especially the women that I saw. They showed us that they rose above the stereotypes and the unjust expectations that were set upon them, and it really reassured me as a person that wants to be in the medical field that I can do whatever I set my mind to. But throughout this week at the Workforce Discovery Lab, I've come to learn and realize the importance of different jobs and careers. Nowadays, people aspire to become doctors, lawyers, and engineers. And don't get me wrong, they're really important in the world. But people don't realize that there's also other careers that they don't realize that allow them to be comfortable. Like this week, I went to a coffee shop, and maybe a lot of you guys drink coffee, but you don't realize that there's a trading industry that allows you to have that coffee. Or when you go traveling and you stay at a hotel, you don't realize that there's people working at the hospitality industry that allows you to be comfortable at the hotel. And it's thanks to this program that I was able to open my eyes and find out and broaden my knowledge about the many different pathways found in these fields.
Next we have Arsh.
Hello, my name is Arsh Vohra. I'm a rising junior from Raisbeck Aviation High School. I just gotta say, first of all, thank you all for this amazing opportunity. Without you guys, I wouldn't have learned the lessons I did. What really inspired me this week, just the passion I saw from every single person we visited. Whether it be the people in the coffee shop, or the doctors, or the engineers, every single one of them was passionate about what they wanted to do. But the thing is, not every single one of them wanted to start off where they ended up, which taught me a new lesson, that it's okay to not have a fully finished plan. It's okay to learn as you go. It's okay to change your mind. So, that being said, thank you for listening.
Next we have Ayan.
I'm a rising junior and I go to Mount Rainier High School. So first of all, I just wanted to thank everybody who showed up, whether it was like our workshop hosts or like family. Thank you for coming to our graduation. We all appreciate it. So thinking about the question about like what inspired me or empowered me throughout the week, I think the main thing was just seeing all the love and passion we got from our workshop hosts and businesses. Like for example, Home Street Bank, like you were very like passionate about banking and like your stories and learning about every like workshop host story and like where they came from. It really helped me realize like there's so much like there's so many different like industries and careers I can go to. Before this, I was just thinking about like STEM or what makes like the most amount of money, but I've realized like I should also look for my passion. So I just want to thank the Workforce Discovery Lab and like the Southside Chamber for everything.
Next, we have Christina.
Hi everyone, my name is Christina Nguyen and I am a rising sophomore at Highline High School. What inspired me and empowered me through the week of Workforce Discovery Lab was going from workshop to workshop, listening to all the hosts talk about their journeys and careers and just seeing their faces light up with passion. Talking about what they love doing, and one day I want to be in a career that would make me feel the same way. The most profound lesson I learned was from the women at the Museum of Flight. They really empowered me when they talked about their experiences with misogyny in the aerospace industry. Especially when Celicia said, if somebody tells you you can't, you most definitely can. And I also want to give thanks to the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce for this once in a lifetime opportunity. And yeah.
And next, we have Alida.
Hello everyone, my name is Eliada Tran and I'm a recent graduate of Raceback Aviation High School. And one thing that really inspired me this week was seeing how passionate all of these industry professionals were, not only about their job, but about the community and then about the next generation, hosting these workshops and bringing us in to teach us not about what they do or not only about what they do, but how we can get there as well. And one profound lesson that I learned this week was from Bob from Home Street Bank. He's right here in the front. And he said to never be a quiet quitter. And to me, that means to take every opportunity that comes my way, even if that means I'm afraid, even if it's not my job, and even if I don't even think I'm ready for it. And so moving forward, I just want to keep asking myself, what's next for me and what can I do to make an impact on my community? And yeah, thank you so much.
Next, I have Elias.
My name is Elyas. I'm a rising senior at Rainier High School. And something that really inspired and empowered me is hearing Samantha's story at the beginning of the week, is how she was a refugee and came around when she was 9 years old. And it just empowered me because how she came from nothing into the place she is today as a CEO of Success Foundation, and how she's giving us a stepping stone and a hand and where we can, reach and, exceed to the next level of where we're going to be. And also something that I learned this week was also from Home Street Bank on how quitting is not an option and the quitter will always lose, and on how failure is your next step to success and failing is not always the worst option.
I have to stop by 1 second and just acknowledge that my team had a bet who would cry first, and it's always me. I'm the office crier. Next, we have Ethan.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I go to Tahi High School and I'm an upcoming junior. Throughout this week, there were many moments that I felt inspired and empowered. My most memorable moment was the Museum of Flight. The panelists inspired and drew my attention and curiosity into a new field that I had no idea about. Their love and passion towards their field made me feel like I could do anything that I put my mind to. This week they asked me, what was a profound lesson or takeaway that you learned? I learned that no matter what situation you're in, the best thing you can do is to never stop moving.
Next, we have Evan.
My name's Evan, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity that I had here. It was really informative, and I got taught a lot. One thing that inspired me were the guest speakers that we had and the workshops that we went to. It's something that anyone from any background can anyone from any background can do what they want to do, no matter what. We also showed us that so many people go into like things we like. Let's say like the hospital. It's not just like the nurses or the doctors. So many people like on every single type of team goes into that. Just background and stuff like that.
Next, we have Fardowsa.
Hello, my name is Fardowsa, and I'm an upcoming sophomore, and I go to Foster High School. One thing that was inspiring to me to hear was hearing how people were so happy about their careers and were talking about them passionately, and how they weren't having any regrets, and they were having regrets, but not the career path they chose. And another thing that I learned, my lesson would be, you never know where you end up, so yeah, don't stop moving.
Next, we have Helen.
Hi, my name is Helen Wubalem, and I go to Mariner High School, and I'll be going into my 12th year. And one thing that really inspired me throughout this program was just seeing people that looked like me in such high-paying and successful jobs. I feel like it made me feel a sense of assurance that I myself will also be in a job where I can financially support myself and influence others. And one lesson that I learned throughout this week was just to never be afraid and be open to new opportunities, because you never know where it can lead you.
Next, we have Hibaq.
Thank you, guys. But my name's Hibaq. I'm a rising senior, and I go to Tai High School. And something that empowered and inspired me was all the workshops, because everyone had their different stories and where they started off on. And some people started from nothing, and some people started from something, but it just, that just inspired me. And also, some workshops that really inspired me was the St. Anne Hospital, because I am interested in the medical field. And another workshop that also interested me was the workshop today, the public services, the public services, because they were sharing some stories that really was heartwarming and heartfelt, but a lesson I learned was if you want to become something, you might not become that thing. You might end up changing it multiple times, but eventually you'll be something that you deep down always wanted to become. So
Next, we have Isaias.
My name is Isaias Robles. I go to Evergreen High School, and I'm going into the 11th grade. This past week has opened my eyes to lots of different career paths and opportunities I can go into. One thing that inspired me was the Museum of Flight panel, where people from the aviation industry came and talked about their experience, and that really inspired me to hopefully go into the aviation industry or the engineering industry. And they empowered me because they said, whatever you're interested in, you should go into it. And they really empowered me. The most profound lesson that I learned this week was to never be the one doing the bare minimum at your job, but be the one raising your hand and giving a helping hand.
Next, we have Jaskaran.
Hello everyone, my name is Jas. I just recently graduated from Highline High School. What inspired me the most was seeing how passionate and knowledgeable the guest speakers were about their fields. It showed me that when you truly enjoy what you do, it reflects in your work and the way you inspire others. And the biggest lesson I learned this week was how important it is to be adaptable and keep learning. And it's not just about having skills, it's about how to use them and how you work with others. And last but not least, I want to thank my peers that felt like family throughout the week, and staff. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Juliana.
Hi, my name is Juliana. I'm a rising junior, and I go to Mariner. What inspired me throughout this week was hearing all the new amazing information that the people of so many different companies provided, because that really opened my mind to a lot of new jobs. And for example, St. Anne's Hospital, since I'm very interested in the medical field, it introduced me to an anesthesiologist. Yeah, and the most like strongest lesson that I learned and will use throughout my life is don't let negative thoughts and words keep you from being your best self and reaching your full potential. I would like to give a shout out to the women from the Museum of Flight because they really experience this a lot, even though a lot of companies and in a lot of workspaces experience that. They really like go through the type of things that I would really connect to, and that just really inspired me. And I would also like to say thank you for the people that gave me an opportunity to be here.
Next, we have Christine.
Hello, my name is Kristine Tieu, and I go to Rainier High School. I'm going to be an upcoming senior. And I want to thank everyone that attended today, and I even want to thank the Chamber for even giving me this opportunity to be here right now. So the things that inspired me and empowered me this week were, of course, my peers, the staff, and even the volunteers. They created a fun learning environment and allowed it to be a very special experience for me. And a lesson that I've learned this week is that change is okay. Many of these people in the industries have changed their mind and never thought that they would go into these careers. So it reassures me that, yes, it's okay for me to change my mind about my career and that everything will be okay.
Next, we have Mercedes.
My name is Mercedes Lamont. I am in 11th grade and I go to Raisback Aviation High School. I'd like to thank the Chamber for this opportunity and all of my peers for really supporting me throughout the way. This week has been very eye-opening about the different kinds of jobs out there and how every job is an important job. The profound lesson I learned from my workshop hosts is to never be discouraged and just to be you. And just because you don't get the job or internship or even sports team you wanted to be on, that doesn't mean you're worthless or like less than. And always take an opportunity for granted when you get the chance to do it. And there's always something out there for you and someone who will appreciate you, even if it's not the thing you thought you were going to do in the future. And never take rejection as that Ben said, redirection. Thank you.
Next, we have Nanat.
Hi, my name is Nanat. I am a rising sophomore in Raisback Aviation High School. And what inspired me was seeing how professionals from so many backgrounds approach their challenges with authenticity, creativity, and persistence. The most profound lesson I learned that success isn't about having a perfect plan from the start. Many of the people in the workshop or the panelists all said that they had something that they evolved from. And as humans, we are constantly changing. We are animals that who are very flexible and change in habitats that we need to evolve to. And a memorable workshop was during the Museum of Flight workshop. I saw teamwork, determination, and planning and innovation in every aspect of life, and also women who look like me, who also sound like me, who came from backgrounds just like me, showing me that there is very much a chance for me to be like them.
Next, we have Piolo.
Hey everyone, my name is Piolo Baltazar and I'm an incoming junior at Tayi High School. And my biggest inspiration this week is seeing the self-made business owners from like Culinex and Second Love coffee roasters. And I admire how they didn't really know what they wanted to do in life, but they took a chance to create a positive impact and create something successful from scratch. And for my lesson to take away from this program is to stay curious and always try new things, as nothing in life is handed to you. And you need to take the initiative and take action for yourself. Thank you.
Next, we have Precious.
Hi everyone, my name is Precious Bonario, and I go to Raisback Aviation, and I'm going to be an upcoming junior. I want to thank you for the Chamber for giving me all the opportunities to hear unique stories from all the workshops. So, one thing that inspired me the most is seeing all the people of color in the diverse industries and seeing the people that look like me, showing me the many things that I can do. But this also made me acknowledge and be thankful for the privilege I have. The privilege of knowing that I can do more. The privilege of knowing that I have all these chances and opportunities and using all these chances and opportunities to impact my community. So yeah, as for my learning experience, I was able to learn to become confident and never let anyone's words hold you down. To keep continuing what you love and passionate about no matter what. So thank you.
Next, we have Robert.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. You guys look beautiful and handsome. It's an honor to be able to speak on this podium today in front of all of you. my name is Robert Liu, and I'm a rising senior at Highline High School. And what inspired and empowered me the most during the week at the Workforce Discovery Lab was getting to see everyone speak, whether it was a workshop host or a guest speaker. I noticed that they all came from different backgrounds and experiences. And of course, everyone has that. However, I noticed that they all had the same common goal of success, as well as continuing to drive for the people that they work with. With that, one day I hope to achieve the same passion of not just for myself, but also for the people who helped me get there. And the most profound lesson that I learned actually came from a part-time pizza restaurant waiter at Tukwila. And he said, if you always keep your mouth shut, you're never gonna get fed. I took that at face value since everything I ever got out of this program was because I was able to speak up and just ask. I believe that you get what you put in, and that saying really defined how I approached this experience and how I am as a student. Thank you.
Next, we have Theo.
Hello everyone, my name is Theo Bui, and I go to Raisbeck Aviation High School. Something that inspired me is the passion that all the business owners have. First I want to shout out Diana, she got me in this program. So yeah, where's she at?
That's exactly.
Oh yeah. The passion just that the business owners had, kind of inspired me to have my own business one day. I ate 6-7 pizzas at Tukwila.
Good one.
And then the amount of work someone does, especially the panel we had today, just the community outreach that they have alongside their career as well. They're not just sticking to one career. Initially when I came to this program, I really only wanted to become an airline pilot. But getting out of this program, I realized I could do a lot more than just make money. I can impact people around me. I'm not finished. I learned a lot. Thank you everyone that taught me everything. But the one thing I want to take home with me and hopefully share with you guys is that you should try to find who you are, to get to know yourself. After that, you'll get to know everyone around you, and it's gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna be able to enter more doors as long as you know who you are. I didn't know I was gonna wear green for 4 days. So yeah, thank you everybody.
Next, we have Tsiyon.
Hello, my name is Tsiyon, and I'm a rising junior, and I go to Mount Rainier High School. Something that really inspired and empowered me throughout this week was mainly just hearing about the amazing stories about every workforce host and where they came from and how they got to the positions that they are, and especially hearing about how passionate they were in these roles, even if it was something as simple as working at a hotel behind the scenes or being a banker like Bob. And it was just really inspiring to see that. A profound lesson that I learned is that to really step out there and go for the experiences and places that you want to be in, set foot into those rooms that you want to be in. I've always been a very nervous person, so even going into this experience was really nerve-wracking for me. But just being able to connect to so many beautiful people and learning about so many different fields and just stories was really inspiring and just something that I will always keep with me for the rest of my life. So I want to thank you everyone.
Next, we have Tyler.
So I want to say thank you to everyone for coming out, and I want to say thank you to Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce for hosting this opportunity for us. So I want to thank someone for really inspiring and empowering us, and that someone that I want to thank is Samantha. The way she... For me personally, the way she spoke to us, the way she inspired us through her speech, really, it just touched me in a different way that I can't really explain. It really drove us to work harder. It really showed us what we can do and what we should do. And I think a lesson that I learned from the workforce as a collaboration is to never stay comfortable, always stay curious. And because closed mouths never get fed, you can always learn and chase new opportunities.
And finally, Zakaria.
Thank you. Something that inspired me this week was just seeing how those workshop hosts had like to face adversities, starting out their businesses and starting out all their shops and stuff, and seeing how they overcame that. You know, the early mornings waking up, you know, the angry customers and things like that. So seeing how they overcame that really inspired me. And a profound lesson that I learned throughout this week was just like, you know, raise your hand, be the first to raise your hand, be the first to ask questions, and, you know, seek new opportunities in life because, you know, we have a limited time here and, you know, we want to, you know, just get better in life and do great things.
Now, before we conclude, I want to take a moment to thank the incredible team that made this program possible. To my staff in the back, raise your hands so we can acknowledge you. Your dedication, hard work, and care for our students have been the driving force behind every success we've celebrated this week.
For those of you who don't know, my role this week was to help make sure that the students got to point A and point B of all the amazing workshops that they went to, sharing all the, taking time to reflect all the lessons as they have learned. But before we close out tonight's ceremony, I want to take a moment to thank those who made this week possible. Thank you again to all our sponsors and workshop hosts. Thank you so much for taking the time to invest your energy to help make these students' futures amazing. To Highline School District and to the Tukwila School District, thank you for opening your doors, literally, and your partnership in making the Workforce Discovery Lab a reality. Graduates, give it up for them. Today is a celebration, but it's also a crossroads. You spent this week exploring industries, meeting professionals, and pushing yourselves to grow. But here's the truth. The world you're stepping into will challenge you. You will face moments of doubt, closed doors, and days when you just feel completely unmotivated. But you see, growth doesn't happen when you feel inspired and every opportunity is handed to you. Growth happens when you're tired, unmotivated, and it just feels like the world is working against you. Those moments aren't the end of your story. They are the turning points of your story. The decisions you make when everything feels stacked against you lay the foundation for the road that you are building towards your future. Every choice you make, whether it's to keep going, to ask for help, to take one more step, will pave that road for you. And the quality of those decisions determines not just how far you'll go, but who you will become along the way. As Nelson Mandela once said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Champions are built in the struggle, not in the comfort. So when those hard days come, and they will, remember this week. Remember the times when you showed up when you could have chosen not to. The moments you tried something new and the times you kept going when it would have been easier to just quit. Every time you rise in the face of adversity, you're writing your own success story. And know this, you will never be walking that path alone. From the chamber, to your workshop hosts, to your peers who you've grown closer to throughout the week, and of course, every single person in this audience, we are in your corner. Even in the moments when you feel alone, you have a whole team cheering for your success and ready to support you along the way. And now, I'm proud to officially say that the 2025 Success Foundation Workforce Discovery Lab cohort has graduated.